Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. It is already almost the afternoon. Jason and I have been out working in the garden this morning. It's been very, very productive, a little dirty. Gotten myself a little dirty already, but that's okay. And that's gardening. Now as it's getting a little bit warmer, I am retreating back to this area in front of the chicken coop. It's so funny because I had planned to kind of just not worry about this area, not pay attention to this area, use it as like a place to store things, you know, like scraps of wood in my compost pile and stuff like that. But as everything leaves out, as the Chinese pistache tree leaves out, I'm realizing that this is prime real estate in my garden. As it gets warmer, this is the place that I'm going to want to be hanging out at, you know, in the afternoons once it gets warm. So it is my goal to make up this area, kind of plant it up, clean it up, make it look really pretty, because I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this area, especially with my new chicks. We got this chicken coop built last week. The chicks came. We've got 3 silky chickens. We have Hazel, Maisie, and Princess Fluffy Butt. Yes. And so my plan is to kind of decorate this area and get it all planted up. So let me show you a picture that my girls and I found of a chicken coop. We were Googling cute chicken coops and we found this picture, and this picture is the inspiration picture for this chicken coop. And I love it. I think it's so beautiful. And one of the things I love most about it, you can see there are patio lights hanging inside the chicken coop. And I thought, okay, I want to do this. And I know that hoselink makes solar patio lights, which is going to make it so much easier. I don't have to worry about bringing an extension cord and, you know, trying to get it through the hardware cloth and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to have the hoselink solar patio lights hanging, and I think it's going to make it really, really easy. So that's something I definitely want to do today. I have some pots that I want to pot up with some shade plants, maybe hang a wreath, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'll see how far I get today with decorating back here, but that's my goal, is kind of hang out in the shade and get this chicken coop all spruced up and make it look pretty. So let me show you the area that I'm working with. So you can see over here, there's the back of my office. There's where I just planted my pink lemonade honeysuckle yesterday, the Vigo garden beds, my beautiful Chinese pistache tree. I love it. I love it. And then here is my fortress of a chicken coop. I am so happy with it. So the plan was to have Jason build it. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it was fortunate. The chickens ended up coming earlier than we had planned. And so we kind of went into emergency mode, and we ended up hiring somebody to come and build this. And they did such a good job. We're so happy with them. I was actually asking if they redo fences, and they said absolutely. And then they laughed at me when I said that, and I think I know why. You can see the fence over here is a disaster. It is, oh my goodness. This little strap right here, this was here when we moved in. They obviously did this to hold the fence up from falling over, which is, it's just terrible. So we definitely need a new fence. We have such a large property. It's not huge. It's an acre. And if we fence the whole thing in, it's just going to be a lot of money. So it's going to happen, but it's probably going to happen in pieces. So anyway, the contractor was laughing when I asked him if he redid fences. He said, yes, he does. So we'll probably have him back eventually. You can probably see the chicks are over there in the corner. They're so cute. They're still a little bit skittish around us. We've been trying to spend a lot of time in here. But you know, it's kind of just taken some time. So just like we just moved this bench over here, this is going to eventually hold the chicken food. Right now we're feeding them chick food, and then eventually we'll mix it up We'll mix up the chicken food and put it in there and store it in there. So what I want to do is I want to put pots. I have these aqua pots from Proven Winners, and I want to put these on either side of the chicken coop. Won't that look really pretty? And so here's the inserts. And the reason why this is so great is because I can basically fill this up with water. And then since it's in the shade, I'm probably only going to have to fill this up maybe like once a week, which is fantastic. So it's going to make it really, really easy. And then I don't technically have to hook it up with drip. I probably will end up hooking it up with drip eventually. But at least for now, the aqua pots give me some time so that I don't have to worry about it. In those pots, it's just going to be a mixture of kind of shade plants. I have this beautiful foxtail fern right here. I love these things and they do so well in our heat and in a little bit of shade. I have a Jack of Diamonds Brunnera that I'm going to put in there for the silvery foliage. I have this dark Ipomea sweet potato vine that I just got at the garden center. What is it called? It's called Sweet Georgia Deep Purple. So that's going to trail down, and then also Goldilocks Creeping Jenny is going to trail down as well. So it's basically just a mix of foliage colors. I think that that's going to look really, really pretty on either side of the chicken coop. Then over here, I have this wreath that I just found at Target. I thought it was really pretty, and I thought it would, look good as an outdoor wreath, if that makes sense. It's not going to look out of place on a chicken coop, I think. And it has like the slightest tinge of like lavender to it. I think these are lavender, so I think it'll look perfect. And then right here, this is the hoselink. So these are the patio lights in this box right here. You can see. And you can see they're just like regular patio lights like you would have, but they're solar powered. So I don't have to worry about hooking them up at all. I just have to put this in a place where it gets sun, which is, I think I'm going to put it on the back, kind of like the back side of the chicken coop, and then just not even worry about it, right? I think it'll be perfect. Here you can see a picture of them right there. And then these are actually solar spotlights from Hoselink, which is really cool. These actually, I don't want to put these here. I think I want to put these up by my Star Jasmine espalier. Wouldn't that look really pretty to have spotlights on the espalier? I think that would be beautiful. I'm going to have to wait until later this evening though, just to make sure I have the spotlights in the right spot. But I just wanted to show you guys as I was getting this out. I remembered that I had these, and so I want to put these up as well. Okay, so I think just what I'm going to do is I'll get started with the pots, setting them all up it's easy with the aqua pots, and then getting it all planted, and then I'll move on to the solar lights. The pots that I'm using on either side of the chicken coop door are the Aqua Pots Light from Proven Winners. It's part of the Legacy Stone collection, and the style that I have right here is called Charlotte, and it's actually in the charcoal gray color. And you just saw how easy it was for me to move these, and that is the plus of the Aqua Pots Light. They're really, really easy to move around. So now I'm putting the Aqua Pots insert in. These come with the Aqua Pots Light pots. The Aqua Pots Light already have a hole drilled into the bottom, but you can buy these inserts separately and put them in any pot as long as it has a drainage hole. Now, the most important thing, you can see what I'm doing right now, is I am tucking the soil all the way down into the soil tube, because that is what's going to ensure that the soil is going to take up the water in the water reservoir and get it to the plant roots. Now, you just saw also I'm using Biotone Starter Fertilizer. That's because these plants are not very hungry plants, especially because they're shade plants. They're just not going to need regular fertilizer throughout the season. But if you did have plants that needed regular fertilizer, like annuals, supertunias, what you can do is you can take the continuous release plant food and actually put it into the water tank. And so that will allow the plants to continuously take up the nutrients as they take up the water. So it just makes your job that much easier. And that's what I think the Aqua Pots Light and the Aqua Pots Insert is so great for. It just makes your job easy. finish planting up your aquapots light, you want to make sure that you water it in thoroughly. If you live in a hot area and if maybe they're in more sun than mine are, you might want to come in and water it a couple more times until the roots develop. But after you water it in, you want to fill up the water tanks. And these water tanks, I'm only going to need to fill once a week. Okay, pots are all planted up and I think they look so good. And honestly, I really don't have to worry about these at all. I don't think I'm gonna fertilize them. I put some Biotone starter fertilizer in. I will fill up the aqua pots probably once a week, which I'm gonna be out here filling the water for the chickens anyway. It's just gonna be really easy pots and I think they're super pretty. So I think eventually I definitely want to put some type of like paver patio in front of here, because this welcome mat, every time I step on it, it gets filled with mulch bark, you know? So just in an effort to keep things clean, which probably is a fool's errand, but I don't know. I'm thinking about putting a little paver patio in front, like a little skirt thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna hang up the wreath and hang up the patio lights, and this place is coming together. It's looking so cute. Come on. There you go. Don't be camera shy. Come here, Princess Fluffy Butt. I know you're hungry. I know you're hungry. Okay, on to the patio lights or party lights. And again, these are from Hoselink, which I know is really funny. You think of Hoselink and you think of the retractable hoses, but check out their website. They actually have quite a number of solar light options. And so this is called the Solar Party String Light. It's the 25 bulb starter set in warm white. So you can see right here, I'm just using wire to hook the solar panel onto the hardware cloth. And then I'm using a staple gun to staple the wires up into the wood, which looking back, that was probably a mistake, or kind of unnecessary, I should say, because there's little hooks on each one of the bulbs. And I honestly should have just hooked it on the hardware cloth. But I was tired, I was hot, it was the end of the day, I wasn't thinking clearly. At this point, the girls came home from school. They brought a friend with them, Cora, who's the sweetest girl, and I knew my work day was over. The camera started getting bumped. The girls were trying to hold the chickens. I was done with my day, as I usually am once the girls get home from school. Okay, I have some company. I have Shay with Maisie. And Cora has Princess Fluffy Butt. Ah! And
chicken.
Oh my God.
I have Hazel.
Don't let her drop. There you go. And then Sadie has Hazel. And Sadie and Cora have a concert tonight. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sadie plays the viola and Cora plays the violin. And we're so excited, right, Shay? We're going to go cheer them on?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I can't really cheer.
Why not?
Because it's going to be playing music.
Oh, we can cheer after they play music. So I have to wrap this up so that I can go get dressed for the concert. But I wanted to show you all what I did. So I put up these solar lights all around, and I think that they're going to be beautiful. I tried turning them on a couple times. They just don't have enough juice yet. So I have to wait until tomorrow. This is... Put her down, put her down.
Oh my God.
Put her down.
Chicken. Okay.
Chicken alert. There we go, sweetheart.
You got it back to the chicken.
Here's where it's going to get the sun, and then there's an on and off switch so I can turn these lights on and off as need. All of a sudden, it's chaos in here, you guys.
Like we were all pulled together for like about 5 seconds, and
now it's chaos. It's back to chaos. And then here's the wreath that I hung up. I think it looks really pretty there with the new pots. I think it looks gorgeous. You can see we hang out a lot here in the chicken coop. But yeah, I think it's coming along. And then the other thing I did is I set out all of my spotlights. I actually had a couple more. I set these out to start soaking in some energy. So hopefully I'll be able to put those up tomorrow, and then I'll have some beautiful lighting from hoselink in my garden, which is really exciting. Okay, so as you can see, I have to go get ready for the concert, but I'm happy with what I got done today. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.